Alright, welcome Amanda. Video number 4. Here we are in the Amanda Leoa Breathe Easy series. So, let's get it. Alright, okay. So we're talking about walking now. That's where we left off in the last video. So we're going to talk a little bit about walking. What that means is that it might be hard for you. This might be surprisingly difficult. Being able to do everything with just your nose and just walking in your everyday without opening your mouth, not even for 1 millisecond, never, always closed. This is more important than this. And in your nose, you have like little microscopic hairs that grab bacteria supposedly and help purify the air a little bit better to get inside your body. And some say that when you breathe through your nose, it hits like your brain a little more effectively. I don't know. But also that's why you can get all kinds of sinus infections if you're breathing through your mouth, because bacteria can get caught back there. And if you're not getting the right amount of oxygen into your body, then yeah, it's not gonna be able to kill that bacteria. So walking, you gotta walk, and you might experience, I might do a whole thing on just walking, but you might experience this feeling when you're just trying this in your everyday now, keeping your mouth closed and just breathing through your nose, is that you might start to feel your body detoxing. Your body will, like, there's this taste in your mouth that becomes metallic, like you can taste metal in your mouth. And that's supposedly your body detoxing because it's breathing properly, and the oxygen is going to change in your body, and it will start to detoxify your body, and you'll taste some metal in your mouth. Maybe you might experience this. And yeah, I don't remember I was going to go with that, but I had a new point to follow that with. Yeah, okay. So there's this thing in your brain called the chemoreceptor, and that controls the amount of air that you breathe, okay? That controls, how big of a breath you take, okay? How big of a breath you take is controlled by this chemoreceptor, supposedly. I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything about medicine, but I can regurgitate this information to you because I've read it before. So if some doctors watching, God bless you, please. I don't know anything. It's just some stuff, okay? So anyways, yeah, the chemoreceptor. So I might be wrong, so if you're a doctor and you know how to explain this properly, please do. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but this is what I know. That the chemoreceptor controls how big of a breath you take, and supposedly modern man, we take way too big of these breaths because it's a primal fear response, pretty much what that is. So back in the day, if you were being chased by a tiger, you would open your mouth and you would get as much oxygen into your body as quickly as possible to get it into your muscles so you could run fast. So that's what you would use your mouth for. So for performance, like if you're playing football, or you know what I mean, like football, soccer, football, you're doing a sport, you're UFC, MMA, you're allowed to open your mouth because you need to get as much as you can for that unique performance. But we're talking about the everyday thing. So for the everyday thing, you want to you don't need to take such big breaths, but you want to be more consistent. You want to take more breaths. Just be taking breaths the whole time. Make sure that the plumbing is working the whole time. Sometimes you can take little breaths in and out, smaller. They don't have to be so long, but you just want to keep the plumbing working. The longer you make it, the better, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. Just do it. You just have to do it. You just have to do it a bunch. Breathe through your nose. This is what we're working. So, yeah, so the chemoreceptor controls how big of a breath you take. So you start accustoming, supposedly, your chemoreceptor to taking in these such big volume breaths. You know what I mean? And we don't want to do that. We want to just control and change that. We wanted to take us being in control, how big our breaths are, how little it is. Because in your nose, it's going to be different than how you breathe through your mouth. So that's just something I wanted to bring up. Yeah. So there's something in your brain that controls the big breaths that we take. So, oh yeah, the connection to modern man. So before, back in the day, prehistoric man, he'd be chased by a saber-toothed tiger, opens, breathe through his mouth, said this so he can run faster. Now, us modern men, we don't have that problem anymore. There's no tigers around here. You know what I mean? There's no, here in America, no one's gonna kill us like that. It's just not gonna happen. So we're physically somewhat safe, but we still overreact. We overreact in everyday life when we have experiences with people. We get freaked out and we start getting into this fight or flight mode, and we start breathing in this wrong way. Like if we're being chased by a tiger, it's the same activation from your brain to your nervous system. So your mouth gets dry, the blood leaves your intestines, whoop, goes to your muscles so you can run. You might probably poop yourself, you might feel like pooping. These are natural things, but that's the nervous system trying to get rid of all the non-important energy and give it all to your muscles so you can perform, run fast, and save your life. So what I'm saying is that this is what modern man faces today, and I'm going to talk a little more about that in video 5. So stay tuned. Thank you.